If I could turn this camera around and you could see, everyone's just chilling, chatting, petting the dog. I know.
Hey, come here. Come lay down. Yes, come lay down. On your blankie. Take your time. Lay down. Yeah, don't hit the
Are
chair.
y'all ready? Are y'all ready? No problem. So I've got a request so this is slow yoga. So
Lay down.
we'll move a little bit slower, probably not do as many vinyasas, but you'll have the option to do it if you want. But request for more core strength stuff. Anything else? Lateral lengthening as well. No twisting, balancing, I've been told. Because we did do a lot of that last night, so.
I know we should have a day where we could bring dogs.
Absolutely. I don't know if Piggy would be that happy about it, but.
Piggy doesn't like dogs?
She doesn't like female dogs.
Yeah, so Addie and Piggy don't do well together. Anyway.
My male dog is kind of like that. He likes male dogs, but he wants them to submit. Like he's just dominant.
She's very alpha.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start on our backs like we did last night. And go ahead and bend your knees, and either you can just keep your knees and your feet hip distance apart, or what you might like to do is take your feet out wide on your mat and let your knees touch. So bring your knees together and let the knees touch. And then place your hands on your belly. And close your eyes. Notice if your chin, notice if the chin juts up towards the ceiling. You might lift the head up and then tuck the chin and then lay the head back down. And just start by slowing down your breath. With each inhale, see if you can fill up just a little bit further. And with each exhale, empty out a little bit more. Send your breath to your sides, to the front, to the back, to the top, to the bottom, so that you start to feel the whole body beginning to move with the breath. And then on the exhale side of your breath, start to feel that gentle engagement of your core muscles. And just remembering that the core muscles are the muscles closest to your hips and your spine and your shoulders. And as you exhale, just gently, don't clench those muscles tight. Just feel it as a drawing in, a cradling of the bones. Support for the bones. And then as you inhale, release those muscles and allow them to stretch with the breath. So remember, send your breath down into your belly. Let your belly expand on the inhale, and then gently draw it back on the exhale. And now bring your knees apart and just set yourself up so that the feet and the knees are parallel. Stretch your arms over your head. Stretch back through the fingers. Try to press the palms down into the floor. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine, and then tuck your tail and roll the hips up to the ceiling. Stretch the hips up high. Take another big breath in, and then lift your heels and roll down one vertebra at a time to the back again. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, push into the heels, tuck and curl. Roll up, reach your tailbone towards your knees. Stretch your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, and then lift your heels and roll down. 1 more time like that. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck and curl. Roll up. Inhale. And then roll all the way back down. Pick up your feet, draw your knees towards your belly. Take your arms now out to your sides. So we're going to do a couple of sort of spinal twists, but not letting the knees come all the way down to the ground. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees slowly over to the right and just hover. So go to that point where you can still keep your left shoulder blade down on the mat. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, draw your knees back to the center. Now check in with your spine. You want your spine to be in neutral, so you've got a slight lift of the low back away from the ground. Take an inhale, exhale, draw your knees over to the left, and press your right shoulder blade down into the ground. Take another inhale and then exhale and bring your knees back up to the center. Now straighten your left leg, just your left leg, up to the ceiling. Take an inhale and then exhale, lower your legs over to the right again. So you might not go quite as far. You might turn your head to the left. Take an inhale, exhale, draw your legs back up. And now bend your left knee, extend your right leg up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your legs over towards the left. Take another big breath in and then exhale. So I want you to do one more round on your own. You can do both legs this time, or you can go back to one leg or both knees bent over to the right. You'll come back up to center, and one more time over to the left. And back up to the center. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And now bring your feet back down to the mat. Bring your arms into what I call robot arms, where your elbows are tucked in by your sides. Press your shoulders back into the ground. And now slowly begin to lift your hips up again into a bridge pose. Now put your hands on your hips so you can feel where your hips are in space. And we're going to try to do this without the hips moving. So shift your weight over into your left foot and then pick up your right foot. You can keep that knee bent and then bring your right foot softly back down, and now pick up your left foot and bring it down. And lift your right foot, and again holding the hips steady, and lift your left foot. All right, this time pick up your right foot, hold it, and then extend the leg up to the ceiling again. So your arms can either stay in robot, or you can bring your arms down long alongside of you. On your inhale, I want you to lower your hips and just hover the hips, maybe just a teeny bit above the ground. And then as you exhale, push into your left heel, lift your hips up high again, and push up through your right heel. On your inhale, lower your hips, and on your exhale, lift your hips. Do that again. Inhale. And hopefully you're starting to feel that left hamstring, maybe that left glute, starting to fire a little bit more. Lower, and then lift, and then just bring your right foot back down. And now pick up your left foot and extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Flex the left foot. On your inhale, lower your hips. And on your exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lower, nice and slow. Exhale and lift. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale and lift. And then last one. And lift up. And then bring your left foot down. Lift your heels and bring your hips down onto the mat. Now pick up your feet and draw your knees over your chest. Lift your head and your shoulder blades and interlace your fingers behind your head. Now extend your left leg long. Twist to the right. Point your left elbow at your right thigh. And then come back to center and twist to the left. Come back to center and twist to the right. And come back to center and twist to the left. Now come back to center. I want you to stay lifted in your shoulders and reach your hands towards your feet. Take another inhale. And now exhale and rock all the way up into a boat pose. Hold here and breathe. And now cross at your ankles. Come forward to your hands and your knees. Stretch your right leg back behind you. And then roll over onto your left side for a side plank with your knee down on the mat. Lift up and out of your left shoulder blade. Now reach your right arm over your ear. So reach your fingers towards the wall in front of you and then pick up your right leg. So you've got this long line of energy running through the right side of your body. Stay lifted out of your left shoulder and your left hip. And then on your exhale, bend your elbow and your knee and draw them close together. On your inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, knee towards elbow. Inhale, reach. And exhale to bend. This time, stay here. Bend your knee behind you, reach back, and maybe just reach for the foot, or maybe actually grab onto the foot and begin to kick the leg back and begin to turn your chest and your gaze up towards the ceiling. And now gently let go of your foot. Bring your right foot down to the mat and come all the way up where you're at. Reach your arms up over your head. And as you exhale, bend over to the right. You might lift your right toes and point your toes up at the ceiling. On your inhale, come back to center. And then on your exhale, bend over to the left. And then come back up. Inhale. Engage your core as you rise up and bend to the right. And back to center and over to the left. One more time like that. Inhale, rise up and bend to the right. And back up to center and bend over to the left. Now come back up. Inhale and send the hips back towards your left heel. Keep your right leg extended as you sit back into a half child's pose. Breathe. Lift your hips from your heel. Come all the way forward onto your hands and your knees again. Extend your left leg back. Roll over onto your right side this time, side plank. Take a minute here to just really push into your left foot and to maybe twist and reach back behind you, feeling that opening through the front of your body. And now reach your left arm over your ear. Lift up out of your right shoulder, your right hip, especially as you lift that left leg up now. Reach and stretch through the left side of your body. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, draw your elbow and your knee together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Again, keeping the stability in the shoulder and the hip on that right side, especially as you move. This time, reach long, stay here, bend your knee behind you, and reach back as if you're going to get the foot or actually grabbing onto the foot. And then see if you can turn your chest and your gaze up more towards the sky. Keep breathing. Always come back to your breath. Always, always. Fill your lungs, pause, empty your lungs. Now, gently let go of your foot. Bring your left foot down to the floor. On your inhale, rise up. And as you exhale, bend over to the left. And rise back up. Inhale. And bend over to the right. So once again here, as we move, coming back up, working on stability in the legs and in the hips as we bend from side to side. Inhale, exhale over to the right. This time rise up and then send the hips back towards the right heel for your half turn. And come all the way forward again to your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, hovering tabletop. Breathe here. Broaden through your upper back. And then slowly push back into a downward facing dog pose. On your inhale, come up onto the toes. On your exhale, come back into your hovering tabletop. Breathe. Now straighten your legs and come into plank pose. Stay in your plank. Bring your forearms one at a time down onto the mat. Pull your chest forward, stretch your heels back. Lower down for Sphinx pose. Walk your elbows forward. Pull back with your arms. Stretch your legs back out of your hips. Really press down through the tops of the feet. As always, the head can stay up or you can bring your head down, stretching through the back of the neck, maybe sides of the neck, rolling the head. And lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands in line with your chest. Hug your elbows in. This time, either push up to hip. So engage your belly and push up. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels high. Look up at your hands. And now tiptoe to your hands, so we're going to stay on the toes for our balancing forward. Down, you might come up to the fingertips. You might grab onto the elbows and breathe. Soften your gaze. Now, with the heels still lifted, bring your hands to your shins and lift halfway up. Straighten your back. Really try to telescope the spine forward as you exhale. Hip to standing, arms overhead. Woo! Bring your hands to your heart. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Reach up and stretch through the whole body. And as you exhale, dive forward. Hinge at your hips. Reach and reach and reach and stretch through your spine as you come down into your fold again. Halfway lift, inhale. Long, straight back, exhale, fold. Draw your navel in towards your spine. All the way up to standing, sweep the arms over your head. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. On your inhale, reach up and stretch. And as you exhale, bend over to the left. Reach your left hand down towards the floor. Stretch your right arm over your ear. Feel the strength in your legs, the lift in the belly. And then come back up to center. Inhale and exhale over to the right. Again, strong, active legs. Reach through the hands. Breathe deeply. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, bend back. Cactus your arms, draw your shoulders down the back, draw your elbows in by your sides, and try to lift your chest up higher to the ceiling. On your inhale, rise up. And on your exhale, dive forward again. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Roll over to your right side. Another side plank. This time, you can certainly bring the knee back down underneath you. Maybe keeping the legs straight this time. Lift up and out of your right shoulder. Maybe lift your left leg up. Breathe. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it feels a little uncomfortable, maybe try to stick with it and just keep breathing. Now come back to center and roll over onto your left side. Do the same thing. Lift up and out of your left shoulder. Keep breathing. Lift your hips high. Use your obliques. Use your leg strength. Beautiful. Good. Come back to center. From your knees or your toes, lower as slowly as you can all the way down onto your belly. Stay here. Take your arms down alongside of you. Press down into the tops of your feet. So the kneecaps lift, the quads engage. And now begin to lift your legs up away from the floor without bending your knees. Now lift your head and your chest and your arms. Feel the strength in the back of your body. Now listen, bend your knees and bring your big toes together. Lift your knees up further away from the ground. Bend your knees more. Don't grab your feet. Lift your chest higher. Reach for your feet, but don't grab on. Lift your knees a little bit higher and then lower everything down to the mat. Hug your elbows in, up away from the, and on an exhale, push your body all the way back up and back to a downward facing dog pose. Walk your hands back to your feet. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sit back into chair pose. Weight into your heels. Now bring your right elbow, wrap it under your left elbow. Shift your weight over into your left leg, pick up your right knee, and cross it over your left knee. Now you can bring your right toes down to the mat if you want, a little kickstand. You can wrap, you can hover. Start thinking about where might you need to relax a little bit more in this posture, but still stay strong. Unravel your arms, lift your knee up, reach your arms up over your head. Extend your right leg forward. And now step forward with your right foot. Transfer your weight into it and lift your left leg up. Bring your body down, warrior three pose. Keep breathing. Good. Now step back to a high lunge. Arms overhead. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend over to the right. Again, reach your right hand down towards the mat. Left arm over your ear. Inhale back to center. And now exhale and bend over to the left. Come back to center. Inhale. Sweep your arms back behind you. Lean your body forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Step back into plank. Lower slowly. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose. Pull your legs back. Exhale, lower down. Take another big breath in, and on an exhale, push yourself all the way back up. Downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring your left arm under your right. You can always put your hands on your shoulders if that's more comfortable, or wrap the hands. Now this time, shift your weight over into your right leg, pick up your left leg and cross it over for eagle pose. Left hip back, right hip forward. Draw your shoulders down the back so you're using your back muscles to straighten your spine. Keep breathing. Slowly unravel, lift your knee, reach your arms up. Extend your leg forward and step forward. Transfer your weight, warrior three. Shoulders back, chest open. That right leg is really strong, like you've got the foot against the wall and you're pushing into it. Now slowly and softly step back to your high lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. And as you exhale, bend over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And now bend over to the right. Good. Come back to center. And bring the arms forward. Step back. Plank pose. Lower slowly. Chaturanga. Inhale, take a back bend. And then come all the way back. Again, your downward facing dog pose. Lift your heels, look up at your hands, step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Bring your hands to your heart center. Put your hands on your hips, shift your weight over into your left leg and find tree pose. Right foot to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Just try not to press your foot against your knee, because you do want to push your legs together. You want to push your foot into your leg back into your foot. Hips stay level. Reach your arms up over your head. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. So bend the elbows. Interlace your fingers together. Draw your shoulders back. So you might keep your elbows bent here. You might straighten the arms. Now with your hips still pointed straight ahead, take your foot off of your thigh and step back into warrior one pose. So try to bring that left hip back and the right hip forward again. The chest is still open. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, dive forward for humble warrior. So just begin to dive your body down inside of that left leg without collapsing into the hips. So energetically pull your heels together, and now tuck your chin. See if you can straighten out the back of the neck. Breathe into your shoulders. Breathe into your chest. Push into your feet, come all the way up. Sweep the arms up over your head. Inhale, and now open up for warrior two pose. So just readjust your feet. Always struggling with the microphones. Okay. Warrior two. Flip your left palm open, reverse your warrior. On your exhale, side angle pose. Forearm to thigh, stretch your right arm over your ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale to side angle pose. Now this time, we're gonna go back into our reverse warrior again. So inhale, and then instead of coming into side angle, we're gonna come into half moon pose. So go forward, just like you're coming into your half or your side angle, shift your weight into your left leg and pick up your right leg. And you're not expected to just come into the most beautiful posture all at once. We're practicing our balance. Hug your left hip in, left outer hip in. Maybe try bending your right knee and reaching for the foot. Just reaching for it or grabbing onto it again. Breathe. And now extend out through the right leg. Softly step back to warrior two pose. And now come into goddess pose. Spin your right heel in. Bring your elbows in by your sides. Shoulders on the back. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend to the right. Bring your right elbow. Come back to center. Inhale. Bend to the left. Now stay here. Bring your left forearm or your elbow down to touch your left thigh. Pick up your right heel. Spin your right heel out so that you're now in a side angle pose again. Twist your spine. Look up underneath your right arm. Breathe deeply. Take another big breath in. Exhale and just turn the body down. Bring your right hand down inside of your left foot. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. Take an inhale. Now exhale and twist to the left, drawing your left hip back, right hip forward. You might reach your left arm up. You might keep it on your back. Breathe. And now release your twist. Plant your hands. Go back to down dog. Take a vinyasa if you would like, coming forward to plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. And then exhale back to down dog. Slow down your breath. Lift your heels, look forward at your hands. Step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Rise to stand. Hands to heart. Close your eyes. Pause for a moment here. Bring your hands to your hips. Step into the right leg this time for tree pose. So the foot comes to the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Push your foot into your leg. Push your leg back into your foot. Stay lifted out of your hips. Stretch your arms up over your head. Keep breathing. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the opposite way this time. Shoulders back, chest open. Maybe the arms straighten. Step back to warrior one, but keep your arms behind your back. Go a little wider with your feet. So left hip back, right hip forward. Push to the outer edge of your back foot. Lift your chest up to the sky. Take a big breath in. And now bow forward, humble warrior. Tuck your chin, breathe into your shoulders, legs engaged. Push into your feet, slowly rise up. Arms overhead, inhale. Open up, warrior two pose. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And side angle pose. Reverse, this time coming into your half moon pose. So take your time. Come forward. You might scoot that back foot in first and then float the leg up off the mat. A block is very helpful here. Hug your outer right hip in. Maybe bend your left knee and reach for your foot. Breathe. Keep going. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with my mic today. All right, step back to warrior two. Come into goddess pose. Take an inhale, and again, exhale, bend to the left. Stretch the right arm over the ear. Come back to center, bend to the right. Stay here. Bring your right arm to your thigh. Pick up your left heel. Spin your heel out. Twist your spine. Look up underneath your arm. Turn your chest up towards the sky. Breathe. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, turn the body down. Bring your right hand inside, your left hand inside of your right foot. Bring your right hand to your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen, and then twist on the exhale. Left hip forward, right hip back. Your right arm might come back up. And then turn the body down. This time, step your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold. Exhale. Come all the way to standing. Arms overhead. Hands to heart. Now for fun, you guys sweating? I'm sweating. Okay. Woo. Okay. For fun, we're going to do a hip opening balance and maybe an arm balance. And, just like always, you have options just to kind of start getting the idea of what it should feel like to come into it. So you can be at a wall too here. We're going to cross the right ankle or the right ankle over the left thigh, and then just sit back. So if you take your hands and you press your hands against your left thigh, that's going to help to ground you a little bit more. So if your hips are tight, then you might want to stay right here. Again, you might have something to help you balance a little bit more, or you might come down. This is going to deepen that hip stretch and bring your hands down to the floor. Maybe onto a block. And I don't even know if I can do this arm balance anymore. But basically what you want to start thinking about doing is bringing your hands all the way down, bending your knees. So I like to scoot my left foot back, bend, and what you're trying to do is get your shin to rest against the backs of your arms. Okay, so again, if your hips are really tight, this might not be happening for you today. So then you start to wrap your left foot around your left arm a little bit more, and then just play with shifting your weight forward and picking up your back foot. And what it requires is a lot of shoulder stability. And then eventually that left leg can extend back, which I'm not even going to try to do today. And then wherever you are, slowly make your way back up and step the feet into Tadasana. Shake it out. How was that? Did you guys all try it? Okay, good. Woo! Okay, let's do that on the other side. It's going to feel totally different probably. Step into your right leg, cross your left leg over your right leg this time. Sit back into your chair, balance, hip opener, stretch, breathe. And then you get to decide where you're going to go with it. And this is my really weak side, so I'm probably not going to try it. But again, you can start just by bringing your shin to the backs of your arms. Good. Breathe. Nice, Pam. I like where you're at. And then slowly come on back up. And just bring your legs back into that mountain pose. Separate your feet. Turn your knees and toes out wide. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, come down into Malasana, into a squat. So you can stay higher or you can come down low. Open those knees wide. Take a twist. Twist to the right, reach your right arm up. And then twist to the left. Good. And then one more chance for an arm balance here. So this one's actually easier. Crow pose. So it's the same idea. Instead of bringing your shins to the backs of your arms, you bring your knees to the backs of your arms. And then you just start by pushing your triceps into your knees, pushing your knees back into your triceps, and then slowly working with shifting your weight forward and maybe picking up one foot and then the other, maybe both feet. Shoulder stability, very important here. Step back to plank. You did it! Nice! All right, go back to downward facing dog pose. Lift your heels and lower your knees. Come to your tabletop. All right, stretch your right leg back behind you again. Reach your left arm forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bend your arm over to the left and your knee over to the right. So as we're doing this, stability in the left shoulder, right hip, spine. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend to the side. Inhale, reach, and take it to the side. Now reach long, stay here. Bend your knee, reach back, and see if you can find your foot. And then start to kick. And kick and kick and lift your chest up to the sky. Breathe. Gently let go of your foot. Reach your arm forward and your leg back. Bring your hand and your knee down to the mat. Second side, left leg back. Right arm forward. Finding that balance, that stability in the left shoulder and the right hip. Inhale to reach, exhale to bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the side. Reach forward and take it to the side. I always kick my water bottle over. Reach long, bend your left knee, reach back, go for your foot. And then kick and lift the chest. Keep breathing. Gently release. Bring your hand and your knee down. Go back into a child's pose. Bring your hips back to your heels. And now walk your hands back. Sit up on your heels. And then set your hips off to the side. Swing your legs around in front of you. And we'll find our way down slowly onto the back. Keep your knees bent. Walk your feet in. Setting up for another bridge pose. So you can start with your arms in robot again, if that helps you to engage the back, the upper back and the middle back a little bit better. Lift your hips up. And now, once again, let's lift the right leg up. Hold it up. And then cross the right knee over the left knee. Lift the hips high. Now bring your hips back down to the ground, all the way down. Pick up your left foot and stack your knees over your hips. Now cross your arms, right arm under left arm. So now you're in eagle pose again, this time on your back. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, sit up and press your elbows towards your right thigh. On your inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now hold. Unravel your arms, lift higher, reach your fingers towards your toes. And now keep your legs crossed, but rock up into a boat pose. So your ankles are now crossed. Breathe. Now your hands can go beside you if you need a little more support. We're going to inhale and lower the body down, and then exhale and sit back up. Inhale, lower, and sit up. Inhale, lower, sit up. Last time, lower, hold, hold. Come on. All right, roll down. We got to do another set, though, because so we can even ourselves out. It's supposed to get easier towards the end, right? Okay. Let's come up into boat or into bridge pose again. We'll be coming into boat in a minute, as we all know. This time, lift your left leg up. Cross your left knee over. Lift your hips up a little higher first, and then slowly lower your hips down. Pick up your foot. Come into eagle pose on your back. Left arm wraps under right. If you glue your fingers to your forehead, that'll help keep the stress out of the neck. So take an inhale. As you exhale, sit up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sit up. And lower. Exhale up. Let's hold here. Reach your fingers towards your toes. Rock up. Left ankle crossed over right ankle. Inhale, lower. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, lower. Sit up. Inhale, lower. And last time, come on. Lower. All the way down. Woo. How's everyone doing? So extend your legs up in the air. We're going to take an inversion. So if you've got a block, something that's nice to do is to do the same pose where your legs are just extended up and there's a block underneath your hips. You can also go over to a wall and put your heels on a wall. Now, second option, if this is part of your practice, you can go into your plow or shoulder stand whenever. If you are not sure and you want to watch, don't go into the pose and then turn your head because that's not healthy for the neck. But what we'll do is take the hips and use the core to bring the legs back into a plow pose. If you've got neck issues, you might not want to take this version of the inversion. Breathe. You can also extend your legs up for shoulder stand if you'd like. Wherever you are, breathe. Stay in your body. And then very slowly, with control, bring the hips back down. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to open wide for Supta Baddha, butterfly pose on your back. You can also hips the outer edges of the feet and lift the hips up. Just a little more active variation. Lower the hips down. Bring the knees together. Draw the knees into the chest. Extend your left leg long. Keep holding on to your right knee. Take your right leg, interlace your fingers behind your thigh. You can rotate your foot around. You can point and flex. Bring your right leg into a half happy baby pose. So you're going to bend the knee towards the right armpit or shoulder. Draw the knee gently towards the ground, and then left hip stays down, left thigh stays down. Tuck your chin a little bit here if you need to lengthen the back of the neck. Bring your leg back up to center. Now reach over with your left hand and begin to slowly bring the leg across the body for a twist. So you might like to keep your leg straight. You might like to bend your knee as you draw it across. Reach out through your right arm. Turn your head to the right. Continue to take deep, steady breaths. Roll onto your back. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee into your chest. Take your left leg up. Interlace the fingers. Circle the foot. Point and flex. Half happy baby pose. Right hip down. Chin is tucked. Bring the leg back up to center and slowly bring it across for your spinal twist. Reach out through the left arm. Look to the left. Breathe deep. And roll onto your back. If you'd like to, you can take a full happy baby pose to finish your practice. You can also go directly into Shavasana or take any other movement that feels good. And then extend your arms and your legs out wide. Relax every single muscle in your body. Try to be still. As your mind wanders, simply bring it back into the present moment of being on your mat, in your body, with your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. And then your hands and your feet. And just gradually make the movement a little bit bigger in the body without disrupting that state of stillness that you've created. Stretch your arms over your head. Bend your knees and roll to either side. Come up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart center and bow your head in honor of yourself, in honor of your practice, and in honor of one another. Namaste.